Welcome back to The High Ground, the podcast that is all about helping businesses achieve the ultimate advantage over their competition. We use our experiences to discuss business, leadership, and marketing. And this week, we continue our 6-part marketing series that aims to clarify your messaging and make your marketing work for you. This is part 4, and today we're talking about 2 crucial elements, the plan and the call to action. If you've been following along, we've already covered who the hero is, how to identify what our customer wants, define their problems, and establish ourselves as the guide. But even after all of that, customers still hesitate. Why? Because they don't have a clear path forward, and they haven't been challenged to take action. By the end of today's episode, you'll know exactly how to create a clear plan that eliminates confusion and reduces risk, and you'll learn how to craft an effective call to action that drives results. Plus, I'll give you some real-world examples and action steps so you can start applying this today. But before we jump in, I've got to tell you about our giveaway we're running throughout this 6-part series. How to enter? Simply comment, clarify my message. And I'll send you a copy of Building a Story Brand by Donald Miller, but that's not all. I will also be offering a completely free 2-hour strategy session where I'll walk through and build out your story brand message so your marketing will start producing massive results without needing to increase your marketing budget. Let's dive in. Donald Miller, in his book Building a Story Brand, uses a vivid analogy to explain why customers often hesitate before making a purchase. He compares them to someone standing at the edge of a rushing creek. They can see what they want on the opposite bank, but they hear a waterfall downstream and fear of being swept away if they slip. This sense of risk keeps them from stepping in. Of course, hiring a plumber, business consultant, or hairstylist isn't literally a life or death decision. Yet, the hesitation customers feel is still very real. They want a solution to their problem, but lack a straightforward, reassuring plan. That uncertainty prevents them from moving forward. Our role as the guide is to remove that uncertainty by showing them exactly what to do next, like placing stepping stones that lead safely across the creek. That's what a clear plan does. It instills confidence, reduces risk, and makes the path to taking action feel simple and secure. In order for customers to take the next step in contacting us, we must provide a clear step-by-step plan that makes saying yes easy and removes the fear of making the wrong decision. Think about any successful movie. The hero always has a guide who lays out a clear plan. Katniss Everdeen had Haymitch, who helped her navigate the Hunger Games. Daniel LaRusso, the Karate Kid, had Mr. Miyagi, who trained him to master karate with discipline and patience. These guides didn't just give advice, they provided a structured path forward. And that's exactly what we need to do for our customers. So let's identify how to create your plan. There are 2 types of plans we can use to guide our customers, a process plan and an agreement plan. Let's start with the process plan. A process plan is a simple step-by-step breakdown of what customer needs to do next. It removes confusion and makes buying from you a no-brainer. For example, let's say you own a meal prep delivery service. You could outline a 3-step process like this. 1. Choose your meals online. Select from our farm-fresh, healthy options. 2. We prepare and deliver them to your door. No cooking required. And 3, enjoy delicious, healthy meals. No stress, no grocery shopping, just great food. Now, why does this work? Because it immediately answers the unspoken question in a customer's mind. How does this work? Is it complicated? Will this require effort on my part? Let's take another example. Suppose you run a home organizing service. A simple 3-step process could be: book a free consultation. Tell us about your space and your goals. We'll create a custom organization plan tailored to your lifestyle. Enjoy a clutter-free home. with an easy-to-maintain system. When people see a clear, structured path, they're more likely to take the first step. The second type of a plan is an agreement plan, which is all about alleviating fear and hesitation. This isn't about steps, it's about making promises. Let's say you run a personal training business, and potential customers are hesitant to commit because they're afraid they won't see results. An agreement plan could be something like this: no pressure, no contracts, cancel anytime. Custom workouts tailored to your goals, no cookie cutter plans. And then money back guarantee. If you don't see results in 30 days, we'll refund your first month. This type of plan reassures customers and removes the risk they associate with buying. When people know they're protected, they feel confident moving forward. Another great example is a staffing agency. Many job seekers worry about being placed in the wrong role, dealing with unclear contracts, or not getting enough job opportunities. An agreement plan for a staffing agency could look like this: personalized job placement assistance. We match you with roles that align with your skills and career goals. Transparent contract policies. No hidden fees, clear expectations, and flexible options. A placement guarantee. If you're not satisfied with your first placement, we'll work with you to find a better fit at no extra cost. These agreement plans are designed to help people feel comfortable and confident about moving forward. However, even the most thorough plan isn't enough to buy by itself. Simply having it won't automatically make someone take the next step. Why? Because if they don't clearly invite customers to act, they usually won't. We can't assume they'll follow our plan just because it's there. We have to spell it out, step by step, and then ask them to take action. Without that direct call to action, your carefully designed plan may never get put to use. It's not enough to hope they take the next step. We have to ask them to do it. And that's where the call to action step in the SB7 framework comes in. Donald Miller identifies two call to action types: direct calls to action and transitional calls to action. A direct call to action is just that. It tells them exactly what to do next. Some examples of direct call to actions are: sign up today, schedule your free consultation, buy now. It should be visible on your website and in your emails, and in every conversation that you have with potential customers. You got to make it obvious and impossible to miss. But what if someone isn't ready to buy? That's where transitional calls to action come in. This is a lower commitment step that keeps them engaged with your brand. As Donald Miller puts it in Building a Story Brand, not everyone wants to marry you after the first date. Imagine meeting someone for the first time, and just as you're getting through introductions, they drop down to one knee and propose. You'd probably be caught off guard and maybe a little freaked out. That's exactly how customers feel when they land on a website or hear a sales pitch that jumps straight to buy now, without any buildup. Just like in dating, most people need time to know you before you can make a commitment. A direct call to action is like proposing marriage, asking for the sale, but most customers aren't ready for that level of commitment immediately. Instead, they need smaller, low-risk interactions first. That is where the transitional call to action come in. Some examples of transitional calls to actions can include a free downloadable guide, like 5 simple tips for a better looking yard. Or perhaps a webinar, like how to save hundreds on your kitchen remodel. Or a free trial or a sample. Or a very simple one, like join our newsletter. Think of this like dating. A direct call to action is asking for marriage. A transitional call to action is asking for a coffee date. Download this free guide. Both are crucial for nurturing the relationship, and transitional calls to action often lead naturally to a more direct commitment, just like as dating can evolve into marriage. So let's talk action. I want you to take these ideas and implement them into your business today. Here's your homework. The first piece is create a process plan. Write out a simple 3 to 5 step plan that shows your customers exactly what to do business with you. And the second thing that you need to do is you need to develop an agreement plan. Identify common fears your customers have and create 3 to 4 statements that reassure them. And the last thing you'll need to do is strengthen your calls to action. Make sure that your website and marketing materials have a clear direct call to action and a valuable transition call to action. Once you do this, you'll make it dramatically easier for customers to say yes to what you offer. That's it for today's episode. Thanks for joining us on The High Ground, your go-to podcast for business, leadership, and marketing. We aim to provide value in each episode so you can reach your goals and have the ultimate vantage point over your competition. If you found today's episode valuable, do me a favor. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on future episodes. And remember, think bigger, move smarter, stay ahead. This is the High Ground Podcast, and we'll see you next time.